really good. What's the difference between Masters and Diamond and Masters from my coaching experience? It's very unique to each person, honestly. You know, I often answer this question. I give lots of answers, but once in a while I do like to remind people that it's StarCraft, so there's like 400,000 things to improve, right? You know, you can kind of come up with arbitrary, oh, this is the difference between this league and this league, but like, as cool as it sounds and as appealing as that sounds to people, people love to hear like what the difference is, because then they can kind of identify, oh, that's what's holding me back. The truth is, there are unlimited things holding you back, and everyone is different. I've seen players in Masters with GM level micro and platinum level macro. You know, can you look at that player and apply the general thing? No, not really. So I think everyone's very different, and you definitely don't want to just like be like, oh, this must be what's holding me back. Like, you do want to look at your own play through your own analytical goggles. But in general, the step from Diamond to Masters, I mean, it's kind of blurred because maybe it happens actually in Diamond 1 rather than Masters 3. But somewhere around there is players actually knowing what they're doing at each step of the game, whereas in low Diamond, players have very rough build orders. They don't really know what they're doing in each scenario. They don't actually know how to respond to this or that. So for them, it's actually something where I am getting early pulled, so I'm gonna have to micro him a little hard out. So we're saving lava.
The hive cluster is under attack.
I'm building 2 queens. I see an expansion, which tells me he's not all-inning afterwards. So we're gonna go do some light counter pressure with my Zerglings. Is this like Civilization music? The latest suit?
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Alright, so I think he's ahead in workers. I do have link speed though, so seeing that creep tumor tells me something. That creep tumor tells me that he is going to be playing gasless. So why does that tell me that? Because it means he wants to wall off. It means he's pulling his queens to the front and he's saying, I need to wall off. Now, why does it have to mean that? It's not 100%, but basically it gives me a good sign of his intentions. Why would he do that rather than just be using it on injecting? It doesn't make a lot of sense, so that's why we can kind of read into our opponent's intentions based on actions such as these. Now, I'm going to wait for Ling Speed to confirm, I think. Oh, no. We're just going to try and run in now, since there we go. Yep, and we see a roach warren. And we do see a lair starting in the natural. No lair. Oh shit! Is there link speed done? I don't think there's link speed. Yeah, there's no link speed wobbling on that, so this is just a very defensive opening, guys. Please don't actually have that walled. Come on. So I gotta keep an eye out. Okay, it doesn't have that blocked, thankfully. I was like, holy shit. No, he's gonna get that. Alright, so we're gonna build a round of dudes here. We are gonna make an overseer. Alright, I'm gonna make a ton of zerglings and try and surround these roachies. Meanwhile, we're gonna be doing that, and here we go. So you want to surround these guys. We've got eggs almost popping. Still building dudes. So we want to start that transition. Nah, you ain't hiding from me, boy. Alright, so we're just gonna play a Master Roach Ravager game from here.
Mineral field.
Oh shit.
Mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack.
Alright, so he doesn't have many roaches up in front of those. It's part of why this is gonna work so well. did dawdle a little bit here.
Mineral field depleted. Metamorphosis complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Fucking don't, mate. He claws and kicks but gets his head slammed into the highway. Thankfully, koalas are already fucking brain damaged, so this isn't even...
Shit!
Mutation complete.
Here I am being really greedy, not thinking about the
Forces
consequences.
are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Mineral field dip metamorphosis complete.
Ooh, okay. Thankfully, Pure Hydra's not too tanky.
Depleted. Field depleted.
So I'm gonna try and make some Vipers now. Yeah. So I pulled back out of the Ravager range there and was just like, okay, come to me, come to me. So Antis is really high level, but thankfully it seems like he ignored the chance of there being mutas coming out. So after this early game, he was up in workers. Check this out. Does his 12 pull, comes across, he kills a few more workers than I would have liked. Maybe I should have disengaged, but I felt like, yeah, this many drones versus that many lings on that angle. A little bit of micro on my part. I think that's pretty well. On the downside, he focus fired my low hit point drones that I pulled back, so I was like, god damn it. He killed them anyway. Because I shut it down so quickly, I can pretty much immediately swap back into drone production. So even though he's ahead in workers right now, I know I'm going to be able to catch up reasonably quickly. And he doesn't have any gas down yet. I've already mined 68 gas, which is, you know, it's something. So he's up about six workers most of this early game, but then he's got to invest in his gas at some point, and that's where my worker count should catch up a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm like, you know what? I already have a gas lead. Let's head towards Mutalisks and see what that can avail us. And he actually goes for an incredibly fast Evo chamber upgrade, I believe. Let's take a look at this. So my lings are running circles around his base. Upgrade before lair? Yeah, upgrade before lair even starts, which takes away a lot of his flexibility. Because there's no lair, I'm not worried about a Nidus one. Because there's no lair, I'm not worried about roach speed. So his is like a very turtley sort of setup. So even though he maintains this worker lead, he's 10, 15 workers ahead at this point. I'm going to be in control of the game. I grab a few roaches on the map. My lings come across. He still hasn't started roach speed. I think that's a huge mistake. Probably one of the key things which lost him this game. He should have been able to turn this into a massive lead. He was up 30 supply. But he's only just started roach speed, and he does these slow roach attacks. And like, the problem is, this is not 6 mutas, this is 12 Mutalisks. Like, these will kill most of your roaches before they get there. And then, like, yeah, what are you going to do? Attack into spine crawlers? I do actually kill his roach in there as well, which actually gets rid of roach speed from upgrading. So his roach speed doesn't finish. Maybe I would have been better off hitting drones for the eco damage in most situations, but I was like, meh. I thought there was a spine at his third. Turns out there wasn't. And then he's just trying to buy time with these roaches because he doesn't want to build many spores. So he kind of says, look, I'll distract you with roaches, gives me time to get up enough hydras and queens. But then, even though his upgrades are better, I'm going to be able to kind of say, okay, I'm in control of the flow of this game. I'm picking off workers here or there. I'm being annoying with the mutas. And then, you know, he's kind of investing in mass Hydralisk, which is just insane. If he got more roaches to buffer, I think he could have just fought me in the open, but he goes like mass Hydra. So I think a few really bizarre moments of decision making from him lost him that game. Late lair, late roach speed, yet still committing to a huge roach attack rather than just investing in more spores. Questionable. And then going pure Hydra Lurker. Super weird. Super weird. Maybe it was because I killed roach speed. He was like, fuck this, we're gonna go pure Hydra and win with raw damage. That can work sometimes, but it's tough. It's really tough. Hey, Tradition, thanks for the 21-month resub.